Thank you everybody for being here tonight. I am so excited. And for those who are watching after the fact, thank you for being here. So last time we took all of our ideas, we fleshed out one of them, and we are now over the next 3 classes going to build it out, all the text. So in 2 weeks, you have something to sell. We're going to clarify tonight that specific offer, going a little deeper, understanding the minimum viable product, the MVP. So with our idea, what is the first thing that we can build out that's the easiest and the fastest? We're going to choose a domain that you're going to be able to buy, and we can even buy it tonight, or just get you on the process, where this can be your umbrella term. It doesn't have to necessarily be the name of your exact product, but the overarching theme of what you want to offer. And it's kind of like your corporate name, and then you have your offerings within your corporation. We're going to look at what platform you want to choose, where you want to host this, and then start looking at a little bit more of how to structure the offer. And then next week we'll do more. But that's where we're going today. I'm going to put your workbook handout into the chat, and then for those watching after, it'll be a document you can download. We are going to start by clarifying your offer. We do not want to start with creating this massive course because it can be overwhelming. You want your first version to be very small. Get your feet wet. We're working with tech that may be unfamiliar. Maybe you are super familiar and you can go deeper dive into it, but we're going to start small so it feels super cozy. Let's start with this, your 1-sentence offer statement. We did a little bit of this last class, but we want to create 1 sentence. I teach. Help is fine, but it's not the greatest word. I coach, I transform. So I teach who's your audience, to go from what's their problem to the solution, the result, through this what format. So for instance, I teach entrepreneurs how to take their idea that they're sitting on and turn it into a result, or turn it into a product online using Zoom lessons to share the information. There we are. Clarify your offer. Again, I help or I teach who to go from problem to result through what format. Maybe it's one-on-one coaching sessions. Maybe it's video tutorials. Maybe it's group outings for the community. Who do you feel most called to help right now? That's your who. What specific problem are they struggling with? What transformation can you reliably deliver? And then which format feels simplest for your first version? Live workshop, mini course, template, resource, coaching, hybrid. Take a moment and figure out your sentence. Anybody have one yet? There's no rush. I know we're kind of going a little fast.
I don't know. Mine's pretty rough still. I'm figuring it out. But I think mine would be helping women create a plan for living their dream life. I don't know. So it doesn't sound quite right.
Through
it's a bit rough, but yes.
Yeah, through community projects,
Okay.
group projects, right? Through community events.
Yeah, through small challenges and community support.
Love that. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. But you want to frame it as a problem that you're solving, because people don't buy anything or sign up unless they have a problem. They really don't. What this exercise does is it teaches you who is your exact audience. Now it can be any age, any demographic, but what is your offering? What's the problem it's solving, etc. Next section is choosing the format on which we're going to offer this minimum viable product. Do we want to do live workshops? Do we want to do a short mini course? Do we want to offer PDFs or an ebook? There's all kinds of AI things. Let's say you want to write a lesson plan, for the lessons. You want to create a whole lesson plan. There are ebook, or you can use Canva, where you get the outline and you just make the ebook, and then you sell the ebook for $7, or and it's accompanied with a little video tutorial. Is it a hybrid PDF and and video series. What we're going to do next is we are going to hone in farther on your minimum viable product. What format are you going to use? So I think we talked about it. We kind of know, right? We're using social media or we're using group coachings. Next is the outline we want to create. Module 1, what must they understand first? This is going to help you frame your outline of the copy and frame your offer more detailed. Again, we're understanding what we're actually offering in this very small niche, this very small offering. What is the one concept they need to understand first? For Marin and it's her community group, that progress is best made in community. That when we have a support system. And so that's why it's first and foremost most important to join the Facebook group, join the Instagram, be involved, post your feedback. So community is first. For Justina, it was, with her work with sobriety and mental health and physical health for dental hygienists, that you will not have a sustainable career without these basic skills of mental and physical wellness. And that we're going to, again, be in a support system is the most important step, because it's easy to fall off. If you fall into that community where you're being detrimental to your health, you're not going to have a sustainable career. So we're going to join a community that supports great health. Next is, what skills do they need to learn? What skills and tools? Then we want to go module 3, apply it. What immediate action can your customers take? Sign up for your class, sign up for the Facebook group, join the email newsletter, sign up for whatever it is, but what immediate action can your customers take? What you must understand first, I'll use ideas to income class. Me as the creator, I had to understand that people are stuck. And what do they need to understand? That there is a formula to taking your offer and putting it online. So they need to understand that it is possible, and I'm going to walk them through the outline, the step-by-step process of taking their idea and putting it out online. What skills do they need to learn? They need to learn the technology. They need to understand valuation in the market, understand their customers. They need to understand these business tools, business and marketing tools. So that's what I'm offering you all on this class. And then what immediate actions can people take? You can sign up for the course and I'll walk you through it step by step. Take a moment and go through your workbook and answer these 3 questions. So again, what must they understand first? What skills or tools do they learn in your offering? And what immediate action can they take? There is zero rush, but if anybody wants to walk us through it, and we could do it together as an example, go ahead and chime in. There's no rush.
So, as my people are not just dental hygienists, but also dentists, practice managers. In UK, it's practice. It's called practice, and in US, it's office. Nurses, even dental technicians, because it's such an overwhelming profession. And what they must understand first, that they can balance their lives. They can balance their personal and professional lives. What skills or tools do they learn? They learn how to self-regulate themselves during the busy working days and the pressure they get in between the patients, during the patients.
I love that. And then what immediate action can they take?
They can start immediately, start learning how to regulate their nervous system.
Through your offering, which is what?
Through offering, which is like a box breathing exercise. It's called box, like
Box breathing.
box breathing.
Yeah. Through Yeah, that's one exercise. So is that going to be is what, your through your program, through your coaching program? Because what you're offering
It's
is a coaching program.
one. It's just one of many.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful. I
One of
love
many.
it. I love it. And you
Yeah.
could do, you could start off with maybe with nervous system regulation or stress management. That's pretty is
Stress
stretch man
management.
5 techniques for stress management in the nursing profession. Are
Yeah.
you a nursing student? Are you stressed beyond belief? Are you ruining your health with habits that won't serve you in the long term? I
Yeah.
have 5 tools that will regulate your stress level in minutes. Sign up for my course or sign up for the video, sign up for this little ebook, and I'll do it. You'll be, however much money, but I'll get you there in minutes, you know?
Exactly. Because that was the reason I quit dentistry because I didn't have the tools. I didn't know what to do. I had burnout after burnout and I could just my physical health couldn't handle that.
Yeah.
And
It's
you
so you
know,
yeah, and you're exact. And so you start with their problem, and then once you get them hooked in that you have a solution, then you can tell your story. That's your story, your storybook. I was exactly where you are. I know I got totally burnt out and I left the profession, and I don't want the same to happen to you. So I went away and I did the work for you, and now I'm going to teach you before you burn out so that you can thrive for the rest of your life.
mm-hmm.
And that's how you
Thank you.
take. You're welcome. And that's how you take. And then, you start with one offering, the breath work or the nervous system, things that are manageable that are low ticket offer. And then you build it out because there are tons. I'm going to stop screen because that there are tons of techniques for all of this.
Mm-hmm.
There's the sobriety, there's the physical wellness, there's the mental wellness, there's yoga. But start with one, and then you hook them in, and then you go do a whole program with them, and you tier it up from there. But
Yeah.
we're working on one offering. All right,
Jaclyn, can you hear me?
I can't.
I was thinking about doing something like a um 30-day goals list, printable worksheet kind of thing like that. Something that's a simple, small offer. Like,
Yeah. What did you? I missed the first part. What did you say?
hmm. So you were asking us what kinds of small offerings we could start with, like the first thing that
Yeah.
we could offer. So that's kind of what I was thinking is some kind of a printable worksheet that would have like walk you through some goals or um,
Yeah. I love and
just
that
some
a
ideas.
printable worksheet is really great. Maybe like call it an ebook. People love free
Okay.
ebooks.
Yeah.
It could be PDF, whatnot. And there are just Google. You can type it into Canva, or you can have it made for $15 on an app. Um, let's see, what was I going to say? So it's holiday. Holidays are coming up. Maybe it's what is an offering you want to do? I think did you say clothing? Like how to clean out your closet for the holidays or fresh new starting leading into the new year, or what are you thinking that could be holiday themed that you could get out?
Um, mm, as far as holiday, I don't know. I can only think of it from what I would be looking for,
Oh,
and I
sorry. Yeah.
think what I
What
would be
go
looking
for it.
for would be like maybe like a you know 30-day countdown of small bite-size actions to take leading up to the holidays that are easy and not overwhelming and kind of laid out for you
Yeah. What's the
to
problem?
create some momentum um on your goals. But I don't know how that would be specific to each person.
Yeah. So it's a glow up, right?
Yeah.
What's the problem that you're going to solve in the 30 days?
So that's one thing I don't feel clear about because I do think each person would have to kind of set their own. So mine would maybe say, let's say mine was I'm focusing on physical health. So let's say I'm focusing on um movement challenge.
Mm-hmm.
So
Love
I
it.
guess it could be like a 30-day holiday movement challenge, and each day could have some kind of movement suggestion that's laid out for them that's kind of fun, holiday themed, maybe.
Yeah, I
But
love
I don't know if
that.
I'm getting into the weeds on that.
No, 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 no. It's totally fine. You could plug that into ChatGPT now and say, I want to create a 30-day challenge for my community ladies, the Community Glow Up series. That's gonna give me exercises that are really accessible. You know, it's dancing on this day. It's taking a walk with a friend. It's you know, whatever. You know, it's going for, I don't know. But ChatGPT will create a 30-day plan for you, and then you could tweak it. What again, what's the problem? Is it that they're worried about they're going to be gaining weight? They're going to have stress of the holidays? What's the problem that you're solving?
Um, Probably that they would have stress or be overwhelmed and end up not eliminating some of their self-care routines.
Love that. So 30-day community glow up challenge to keep you motivated and moving so that as the stress level gets high, you know, so we eliminate stress of the holidays, we stay fit and our healthy practices so that we're ready to launch 2026 with success. You know, but again, so we're
Yeah.
isolating, we're always, it's feature benefit. We isolate the problem and what is the feature? It's a 30-day challenge. And every day there's a new, easy, fun movement suggestion. And what's the benefit of that? You're going to have less stress. You're going to stay fit. You're going to stay active. You're still going to be able to eat your holiday fun food with less guilt. And you're going to arrive on the new year with a more fit body than you did at the beginning of December.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that helps a little bit for me to see how you went through that process. So I can do that a little bit more.
Yeah. So it's always the problem, the features of the class, and then the benefits to their life.
Okay.
You address the problem. What's the feature? What's the benefit? Awesome. All right. So we can do that. We have that. Now you're going to get feedback from people. You're going to finalize this specific little offering, and then you're going to test it and see if people want it. And then you can tweak it from there. In your workbook, we have section 3, fast feedback of this minimum viable product. Who can you ask for feedback this week? Homeschool, talk to your homeschool community. Like what do you think of this idea? What tweaks can I make? Where will you test this? Is it Facebook groups for homeschool mothers and fathers? Is it WhatsApp groups? Is it your email list? Or where are you is it maybe your community group, your church, your community choir? And then, so where are you going to test it? And then what would successful validation look like? Is it verbal? People saying, yes, this is a great idea. Would it be that you launch it and people are starting to buy it? Would it be that they say, yeah, put me on your email list? Or what does that look like for you? For me, it was, I put it out, this class and people signed up. All right, there we go. That's my validation. Or people were sending me messages before on Instagram saying, oh, I want more information. And then here's a big one. What fears or resistance come up around testing? This is a big one. When we transition into being an entrepreneur, sometimes these fears of self-sabotage, of doubt start to pop up. Who am I to do this? It seems overwhelming. I don't know if I have time. So what are these worries that come up when we think about receiving feedback? Some of us don't take constructive criticism very well. Sometimes you're going to get that one troll on the internet that's just like, this is dumb, blah, blah, and you just delete and block. But I will say, sometimes trolls are the best thing because they create super engagement. It's the weirdest thing. So if you can flip the script in your head and go, can I please get a troll? Please get someone to hate what I do. And then you go viral because it changes the algorithm. That's the best thing. That happened to my TikTok. One time I just had these random trolls start being like, this is dumb. And all of a sudden it blew up. And then I stopped using TikTok. But but it happens and it works. So love those trolls. Okay, so that you can do as your homework. Next, going on, let's look at domains. Domains, we're going to have you buy the domain. Some of you might already own one. We're going to go through how to pick a domain. We don't necessarily want it to be the exact module that we're creating, this small product. That will be underneath your umbrella domain. Like me, I actually just purchased modernacademies.com. Modernacademies.com is going to now house Modern Conducting Academy and CEO Sound Lab and whatever other companies I create, because they're modern academies. They're online, they're modern, but I don't want CEO Sound Lab stuff to have Modern Conducting Academy as the main primary domain anymore, because people get confused. They're like, what is this? And now it's just modernacademies.com. Let's look at how to choose a domain. This is in your workbook. As I said, your domain that you choose is the home for all your future products, even ones that you haven't even imagined yet. People have different places they like to purchase. Some people like GoDaddy, Squarespace, Google Domains. Google Domains, I believe, now switches to Squarespace. Some people like GoDaddy. There are other ones. I house mine on Squarespace. I used to have Google Domains, but they switched it over. But you go to any one of these and you you look it up. Here's where AI comes in. You talk all this into your AI, ChatGPT, whatever you're using, and you say, what are some great suggested domains that are available to me that would be a great umbrella for all of my ideas? Some writing prompts would be, the umbrella ideas are the world your offerings live inside. So domain ID. So again, is it health and wellness? Is it music and composition? Is it homeschool? Is it community growth, glow up? And then ask ChatGPT, what are domain names that you suggest? And then you list them and you circle what your favorite is. You see if it's available. Why did you choose this domain? And we go from there. Okay, try this. Plug your information. You can even say, ChatGPT, do you remember the ideas we've been talking about for my product? What are some big umbrella domains for multiple products in this area that I might create in the future? See what it says. Anybody want to talk about their domains that were suggested?
Yeah, I can do that.
What's up?
Just a second. So I don't want to sound too medically, but I still want to include dental. I like dental well-being hub, dental wellness coaching, dental balance coaching.
Mm-hmm.
I want to coach sobriety, but I want to leave it like not like first thing, you know?
I think that's really smart because
Yeah.
it's not, sobriety isn't for everyone. Uh,
Yeah.
and it's baby steps to get there. First
Yeah.
it's even thinking about their health and wellness, and then it can be an additional
Yeah.
thing that you talk about.
Yeah.
What did
And
ChatGPT
then,
say?
yeah, the sobriety could come up through my own personal experience,
Yeah,
once
yeah.
we get to know, you
What
know,
did AI suggest for some umbrella domains for your health and wellness coaching for hygienists,
um,
dental
um,
hygienists?
I didn't put umbrella.
Or that's fine. Or what are some
Uh-huh.
suggested domains they said?
Sober dental coach, but no, dental wellness coaching, dental support coaching, dental life coaching, dental clarity, but not so much.
Hmm.
I like the wellness stuff, dental wellness. no, dental wellness coaching.
Yeah.
Dental.
Dental wellness coach. Yeah, coaching, dental wellness coaching. Take that one, and then you could ask ChatGPT to suggest other ones based off of that. And see, again, this is why it's important to think of that. Let's go back to our sheet. We look at what are your top offerings? What are those things that you're offering? What are the benefits? Your benefits are healthy you, uh, the healthy hygienist, dental hygienist, the healthy hygienist. I don't know. Uh, but again, that health, I like the wellness. Play around. Do you also just want it to be dental, or you want to think,
No, could be general, but target would be probably dental because I get the most, I get those people.
yeah. I mean,
I get the profession. Yeah,
nurses have the same track record, so you could be like the medical wellness coach, medical professional wellness coach or something. But so if
yeah,
you think of like a bigger broad, so you can take the program and you can have one for nurses, one for dental hygienists, one
yeah,
for EMT or EMT, no, EMTs, like the
yeah,
firefighters and ambulance people. Yeah.
yeah.
I was thinking
Actually,
ENT.
ChatGPT really like it would be a very high demand stuff
Yes.
because there's no they're very there's literally no people like in this field
There you go.
because
There you
this
go.
is a specialty field,
Yeah, I love
you
it.
know.
So go with that, like a broader spectrum of those words that you're doing. Plug in your words and then see what domain is suggested and then see it's available. And you just go to GoDaddy or Squarespace and you purchase it. And
Mm,
they're like $12 a year.
yeah.
It'll ask you for 3 years, what I've noticed, but you just click on it and you can purchase it for a year. It's
Mm-hmm.
$12 and then you have it. All right. So that's your homework to figure out your domain. Moving on. Now that we have our domain, where do we want to host everything? There's a lot of different platforms, but what we're looking for is somewhere that allows us to upload or house videos, lessons, take payments, have websites, like what are called landing pages. So every offering has a landing page. You have a thank you page, you have an about you page that is all like a one and done. Someplace that takes emails and when people put in their name and email, it hosts them, and then you can send email blasts to that email list. So you're collecting your contact list. And the more that one platform can do it all, the less money you have to spend. Let's look at what's available. These are always changing, always growing. These are some of the most popular platforms. Kajabi is an all-in-one. It's a bit more on the expensive side, but it is very standard in these type of educational systems. A lot of people use it. But if you have multiple products, I will say it's not the best because like the cheapest plan only allows you to have 15 products and you have lots of different things. You have to spend a lot more money. Go High Level is another one. Beautiful, very high end. This is what a lot of professional companies use. It allows you more products, so it's more unlimited and very high level. School is this really awesome new one that you can start now for $9 a month. This is if you want to try something. We're gonna go through these, but this is a really cool one and inexpensive. Teachable is also available. They have a free version. And a lot of these also have like a 14 or 30-day trial, so you can see. Squarespace, if you buy your domain through them, they also have a place where, or an option to build out your website and do what's called e-commerce. So it will allow you to buy things or allow you to do the integrations like with Stripe or PayPal so you can get paid, but it doesn't always have the greatest email marketing. And then there's another one that's out there, Thrive Cart Learn. This is you pay $500 essentially one time, and then you have a lifetime of your accessibility. That's it. But again, if you're just starting out and you're not sure you're going to spend, $500 worth of $9, it's something to consider. Now, best and the cheapest options. I always like to start cheap and then you can glow up from there. School, like I said, this is $9 to start. You get unlimited courses, unlimited lessons, unlimited members, community, calendar, post, messaging. And we're going to look at this. What's interesting about school, I am going to play around with this as well. They have, when you look online, they have all these different courses that you see. So this is the homepage, and people can search online, like, what do I want to take? Oh, look at this, pickleball school. This pickleball school has over 1,000 members, and each person pays $39 a month. You can get calligraphy school. This person created a calligraphy course. It's $9 a month, 1,000 members. That person makes over $10,000 a month for calligraphy school. It's $9 thing. This is a free option. Look at how many members that has. Almost 200,000 members for a free offering. Imagine the email list that this person has. And if they email one paid offering to almost 200,000 members, imagine how much that will take. This is a more advanced or more expensive one. 450 members, $100 a month. Free, $60,000. This zero to founder. This is a person who does, how to become a founder of your own company. $119 a month, 2,000 members. But what's great is you want to look up homeschool. See what's available for homeschool. Schoolers, there we go. Homeschool Village, 11 members. You could, look at, these are very small. What's this? Start homeschooling. Here we go. $1 a month. That's to get their email list up. Skip School University. Yeah. So this is a great for some people who are looking for things in particular. So that's a nice option. Let's look back at what other options there are. Here's another one. This one is interesting. Check it out if you want. They don't actually have a fee, but they just take 10% of everything. Now, if you look at the website, though, it doesn't look like it has a ton of features. Doesn't look like it's very, has a big community. But if you want not to worry about spending any money and you just want to build it out, this is free, but they will take 10%. And then there's Squarespace, which is $16 a month, plus you have to pay extra, probably $36 a month to do your integration. Okay. And then these are the higher investment ones, as I said. So if you want to start small and have that community, that audience already built into people who are going to school to look for classes, this is a great option. Okay. So what you're going to do, your homework or your outside work, is you're going to look at these, noodle around, ask ChatGPT, my offering, which of these platforms, just list them out on your audio, is best? Which one feels more intuitive to you? Why is this platform the right choice for your first offer? You can ask ChatGPT. And what are the first steps you have to take to set it up? So that means set it, have your domain, because it will ask, you don't even have to do it first. Just put your email in to sign up for any of these, your personal email. And then as you set it up and you create your page, then will attach your domain to the product. And that's how you do it. But you just sign up for any of these with your email and you go around, and they have tutorials. You sign up, they have videos on how to build everything. And we're going to actually, next week, we're going to look at your platform and we're going to build it out, your landing page together. Okay, so your assignments for next week. You're going to finalize your 1-sentence offer. You're going to write your 3-part minimal viable product profile. So again, what's the problem you're solving? What's your audience? That's in your workbook. You're going to choose your domain name. You're going to buy it. Choose what platform you're going to host everything on. And you're going to write a 1-paragraph description for your offer, 1 paragraph description. Before we meet next week, finalize all of this. And we did a lot of it in class today, so you should be good. Next week, here's what we're going to do. We are going to, once you have your platform chosen, we're going to write a full sales page draft. So we're taking everything that we just did, your offer, what it does, what it solves, and how you're going to teach it, and write out the ad copy for the sales page. And again, you could do this before then too. You just say, ChatGPT, here's all the information. Write the sales copy for the sales page, or the ad copy for the sales page, the home page. Then we're going to look at the market for this type of thing. Well, how do we price it? How do we price this smaller offer? It's what's called beta pricing. It's this early entry pricing. So we usually price it a little lower, and then we can scale it up as our value goes up, as our community goes up, as everything improves in value. And then we're going to set up on your platform how to do the checkout. So you'll also want to make sure, we can do this next time, is you have your like Stripe or PayPal, however you want to get paid in those type of accounts. And we're going to put it all together. When we look at it with all the steps, it's paralyzing. You're like, oh my gosh, deer in headlights. I don't know where to start. And that's why we're doing it very slowly. And that's why we came back to what's your offer? What's the idea? What's the problem you're solving? And then everything, once we finalize that, everything writes itself. And it's just cut and paste. You know, the platforms we're going to host all this on have full-blown templates that you can just, I like the look of that one. And you change the colors if you want. Copy, paste. Connect it to my bank account, connect it to Stripe or PayPal, connect it to Facebook, and you're good. You sold it. Or send it out to your email, send it out to schools. You're done. All right. There we go. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. I cannot wait to see you in our next session. You send me an email if you have questions. I'm here to help. Bye, everybody.